All righty, guys. I think we're all set. Good morning. Good morning. We're excited to have another morning mastermind with everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about finishing the year strong. And with that being the case, I'd like to start it off just by sharing 3 points that I wrote down. The first being that I feel like this time of the year is the easiest time of the year to make phone calls to your past clients and centers of influence. It's a great time to reach out to them, wish them, a happy holidays, happy new year, and also, maybe give them a quick plug about what the market is like and what it has been like over the past year. In addition to that, a good way to finish the year strong, if you haven't done it already, my second point was put together a good business plan, set goals, and then put together a schedule that helps you reach that business plan and the goals you set for 2022. The third thing is, have discipline and don't give in to distractions. It's easy this time of year to get distracted with everything going on and, fall victim to not working during the holidays. This is a great time of year where a lot of people take off. And if you do the right things, you can capitalize and really make it a great last month and end the year strong. Those are the points I had with that. I'd like to turn it over to my uncle, and you can elaborate a little on what you think would be good for finishing the year strong.
Well, there are still people out there that are looking to buy and sell and list. Some people decide in mid-December to quit for the year, and some people decide to, as our old swim coach Rusty Owens used to say, take it into the wall for the last 5 yards. I mean, Rusty used to scream, last 5 yards, last 5 yards. And we're in the last 5 yards of this year. Sorry about that. Let me turn that down. So, you have to decide what you're going to do. What my father and I would like to see everybody do is to set a goal for yourself, kind of like Brooke said, and set a goal that today is December 7th, that you're going to work hard up until December, let's say 23rd. And between now and then, you're going to take a listing and get a sale. Focus on one at a time, baby steps. Like in the movie, What About Bob? Baby steps. So, let's just break it down to the smallest amount to say, okay, I know I can get one more listing. I know I can get one more sale. And if you get one this week, then let's make it another goal for next week to get one more. But just break it down to its smallest part and try to get one more listing and one more sale. Dad, what do you think?
I agree with what you're saying. Baby steps, one at a time. And it was called, when you make the goal, you can always have a stretch goal to do one more. This is all about you and what you have in your mind. If you have a mindset that nothing is going to stop you, you will continue to do that. Look, I agree that this is a time of year when we celebrate. I agree that this is the time of year that we're thankful for what has happened to us and how we've been given successes through our ability to focus and stay focused. And if you just do this one more time, just think about it. The average sale probably in this office is somewhere between $200,000 and $300,000, and we're talking about at that rate of $9,000. That's a lot of money, and if you do 2 more deals, it's going to really set you up for next year. That should be your focus. Not that you're going, and if you do make it, you go one more time, but don't try 20 or 30 deals. I figure that all of us are pretty spent for this time of the year, but we have a little bit left in the tank. And Tim and I are talking about, use that extra ability that you have to make it a final great ending of the year.
And with that being said, again, now is the easiest time of the year to prospect, to market yourself, to call these past clients and centers of influence, because you can wish them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. What are you doing for Christmas? Is your family coming over? You can have great conversations with these people and build some rapport with them going into the new year. And then you'll kind of find out what they're looking for in 2022. Are they looking to buy or sell anything in next year? Are they looking to, do they know anybody that's looking to buy or sell next year? You know, let's go to Michelle. Michelle, you had your pie giveaway. How did those conversations go when you were giving out those pies? Did you have conversations kind of like that? Like I would call it elevator conversations, where you were like handing out the pie and saying, you know, happy Thanksgiving. What are your plans for the holidays?
We did. And yeah, they were all conversations. It was a little bit of a check-in also, you know, how are you doing? You know, some of them, we knew this was going to be their first year in their home for the holidays. So that started conversation also. Those are great things to bring up. But we had several conversations about what are you doing? You know, do you have any family members that are going to be thinking about real estate next year? So for us right now, it's all about having the conversations and planting the seeds, at least for the first quarter and into the second quarter. You know, we know what we have from now to the end of the year. There's, you know, the bonus is what else is coming in by the end of the year, but now is really the time to plant the seeds for the first and second quarter. And by that, it's having conversations with buyers and sellers and potentials, and making sure that your potential list is growing even more, because the potentials is where the business is going to come from, you know, first, second, and then into the third quarter. So it's all about having that conversation about what they want to do, or if they are going to do anything with real estate. But, you know, it goes back to the basics too, of just checking in, saying hi, building the relationships, and seeing what they're doing for their first holiday in their home. Because we start with checking with the people first that we sold to this year, checking with them first, and then keep building on those relationships. We've got Popeyes to do this week. We've got 10 Popeyes we need to get done by Friday. So we know what we need to get done yet. It's on the list, and we've set it up for what do we want to get done by the end of the year yet.
Okay, good. Kong, what do you think as far as taking it in for the last 5 yards of the year and finishing up strong?
Yeah, definitely. It's a great time to contact your past clients and set yourself up for next year. I was just in a new agent orientation panel talking to new agents in the business. And one of the questions was, how does a new agent start? How do we get business if we don't know anybody, especially if we're not from this area? And a couple of people on the panel mentioned about buying leads and, you know, joining a team and stuff like that. And my advice to them was to, one, make just listed calls. You don't have to just call listings that you listed. It could be a Coldwell Banker listing, and you could call around that neighborhood and just say a listing came up in your neighborhood at 123 Main Street, and we know that every time one house pops up, 2 more will pop up within the next 6 months. So that's a great way to try to generate some leads. The other thing that I'm going to start trying to do is, I know calling past clients, sometimes you feel this awkwardness when you call them in the middle of the month or whatever. And I think that's why a lot of people hesitate to call past clients, that awkwardness, right? So one of the things that I started doing was the Bright Auto email. I think everybody utilizes Bright Auto email to just send auto emails to clients looking for homes, right? Their criteria and stuff. But what if you put your buyer sales in there and, you know, put in their neighborhood, and anytime a house pops up, you can send them a quick text and just say, hey, just thinking about you because a house came up for sale in your neighborhood. and they may not even know that a house came up in their neighborhood, and it's just more informative for them. And you can say, hey, it came up for sale. It's 20 grand higher than what we paid last year. Would you like to get out of it now, or, want to move again? So just an idea.
Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
How about Stacy Malak? How are you going to finish out the year strong? What are your plans to keep pushing forward to start out the next year great with some momentum?
So we are kind of doing all of the things that have been mentioned, but one thing that we are really focusing on is organization of things that we noticed that we wished could have been done a little bit better during our busy time. And so we're getting all of those things in place right now so that when we get to that busy time, we have that capability of capturing additional sales because we're not kind of scrambling at the last minute. And so part of that actually is we are focusing hard on point of touch with our clients and our circle of influence. And we didn't really have, other than a database, we didn't really have a system in place on how to make sure no one was missed throughout the year. So we have a system. We're putting those things in place. We bought the cards in advance. They're in the file. So now each month of every year, we just go to our file in January. We pull what's already been created, stamped, addressed, and we mail it. That's just one of the touches that we've started to organize ourselves with.
Good. Congratulations. Kara, how about you? What are you and your team doing to finish out the year strong?
We have actually started this last quarter and really hit with events and touching our clients. I've hired someone to help me on a part-time basis, mentioning what Stacy did as far as organizational. I mean, this person has us where we pick up a kit and we can go to an event or something like that. We have a detailed email that describes what we're supposed to be doing, where we're going to be doing it, what we need, who the players are, and what the outcome is going to be from that. So that has really helped us and me really with this, with the events, because instead of just showing up and doing events, like I've always done the pie giveaway. I've done that for many, many years because I buy them from my son's school. They do a charity event. And so I've done that for many, many years. However, this year it was more intentional versus just dropping off a pie. What is going to come out of that? So it's kind of setting the goals. And this year, from just giving away pies, I have a listing. I got a listing appointment, which looks like it's going to happen, and 2 sales out of the pie event.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's setting the goals and knowing what I'm going after.
And I thought I saw on social media, are you having an event at your office?
Tonight we are doing, Santa is coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the real Santa. If anybody wants to come see him, it's not the fake Santa. This is a real Santa. I've known him for a billion years. You better believe, Brooks.
I did.
I'm just joking. But he is going to be set up in our parking lot, and we've opened it up for the public and anybody anybody that wants to come. I think for me, this whole year and starting the group, I really have to say what makes me want to do this, because this is more stuff for me to do, right? So what makes me want to do this? And for me, it's giving back to the community. So whether it's bringing Santa and a little bit of joy to people that maybe they don't have that extra $10 or whatever it costs to go to the mall and stand in the line and get their picture or whatever, come take it with your cell phone for free, and we're going to give you something whenever you're here. And for me, it's just doing that kind of stuff, I think, that makes me happy. We have a drive for a veteran family. Just these kind of things just make me happy. So I think as long as we all do what makes us happy, we'll be successful.
Right. And you're supposed to bring an old jacket or something, a hardly worn jacket tonight, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. Yep. It's actually a church that does outreach in our community. That's their thing, and it's Through It All Ministries. And he's a client of mine and the preacher there. And so I knew that they were looking for coats. And I said, well, Santa's coming to town. So we'll ask everybody if they can bring a coat, and
Good. So Joe, Michelle talked about her pie giveaways, starting those conversations, planting seeds for next year. Kara talked about her pie giveaway and how she got 2 leads out of it. You also gave away pies this year. Did you have those similar conversations with your people that stopped in and picked up your humongous pies? You get the big ones, don't you, from Costco?
That's right. Yeah. It was very successful. I didn't do it last year because of COVID, and it was a great opportunity to reconnect with people. And I can't be more happy than with the results. I mean, I had folks come up to me and say, oh yeah, my mother passed away. I got a house I got to sell coming up in a couple of months. We're thinking of making a move. I got like 4 pieces of business coming up and following up with that. So it was highly successful. And it was just great to catch up with people and get that FaceTime with them, which is what it's all about. Just getting that FaceTime with your past clients who want to help you. And it was highly successful. And I'm almost considering doing a Christmas thing for the people that couldn't make it for Thanksgiving, because I had a lot of people say, oh, we're heading out of town, can't use it, but thanks anyway. So I'm thinking of just doing Popeyes and, dropping them off and getting some more FaceTime, because it's for the amount of money invested compared to the return, it's nothing. So yep. It's a great way to reconnect.
Yep. Good job. It definitely sounds like this event that everybody starts at Thanksgiving is definitely rewarding and will pay off for everybody going into the new year. So congratulations to all of you that have done that. Brent and Andrew, if we can switch to you guys. About 3 weeks ago, I challenged you to have 25 new listings. What was it, by the end of the first quarter? Or?
First quarter of next year, yes.
Okay. Can you give the group an update as to where you are?
Yes, I can. And I know you tried to show my hand last week or the week before, but we are doing very, very well. We actually have now under contract, since the last time we talked, we have now under contract 19 new rental listings. So, all right. And we are still moving forward. So, great job. For everybody here, thank you. For everybody here, talking about touching and starting the new year, maybe maybe you don't, but we are undertaking a brand new name. We are changing our name here effective January 1. So we are now obviously Team Costello Realty Property Management. That is being changed to something simpler, and that's going to be First Advantage Property Management. Going along the lines with obviously First Advantage, RE/MAX First Advantage Settlement, so on and so forth. So we are now going to be First Advantage Property Management.
Yep.
So going to all of our owners and our tenants, we are literally going to reach each and every one of them to inform them of this exciting change. New website coming. So some excellent things in the pipeline for us.
Congratulations on the 19. We still need to get to 25, and don't stop. Like I said, in swimming the last 5 yards, we've got 6 more to go. And if you can do that by the end of the year, that would be fantastic.
Yes.
Congratulations to both of you guys.
Thank you.
Yep. Let's move on to, how about Dave White? Dave, are you and Patty doing anything to touch base with your past client centers of influence going into the end of the year?
Yeah, and that is a really key point. I'm working on the cleaning up the database and making new additions to it, as well as sending out calendars and keeping in touch with those folks. In addition to prospecting, doing what Con was talking about, calling around listings, active new listings and sold listings. So yeah, we've set our goals for 2022, and we're working on implementing the schedules that we've put together to make those goals.
Good, good. Congratulations. Kathy, just so you know, as part of our team, I'm not sure where you are with the handwritten cards and the Brian Buffini cards that are normally sent out. Are they still going out automatically? But Dad and I did send out a Christmas card to everybody. So we reached the entire database with that. So where do we stand with some of the stuff that you're doing as far as sending out stuff and contacting people?
I've been still writing the handwritten notes, definitely trying to reach a lot of our database. Dad and you and Brooks and Kong, Brent, everybody's left me with quite a lot of phone calls to make. So that takes a lot of time. And we're just, like you said, you referred to Rusty. I, from Rusty, took one more could last 20 minutes in the pool. He'd always say one more. And I kind of use that as motivation as well. One more before I leave, or one more before I have to run off to swim practice. So.
Okay, good. Mr. Bob Stevens, what are you doing for your past customers this year on staying in touch with them?
I'm doing, excuse me, I'm doing my normal mail outs that I do typically every year. But the one thing that kind of tickled me is when you talked about Brent and how he was doing. I can remember a thing I used to use when I was in my previous life management. And when people were getting close to their goal for the year, I would remind them. And I had a little card that I held up. It was a don't lay out like a yard dog. And I would hold up this card that had a picture of a yard dog on it. And I said, this is not what you want to do. You want to have a great year this year, finish well, but don't be this dog. Keep it going. And so I'm still working the phones, Gene. So it's still going.
Bobby, are you still doing the calendars too for the new year? Did you do calendars?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is there anybody else that sends out calendars? I know Sandy Golish used to, but is there anybody else that sends out? Joe does? Does that work for you too? And Michelle, do your people sometimes call and be like, oh, I didn't get my calendar this year, that type of thing? So you get an extra touch with them?
Yeah.
Yep. Good.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, I've been doing it. I've been doing them for 25 years, and for the amount of money you put into it and the return you get, it's amazing. And I also send them out to farms, like, people that I don't know personally in the neighborhood that I listen to. They're on my mailing list, and I mail them. And those things, as soon as you get them, they automatically go up on the refrigerator, so they're staring at you every time they get a sandwich or something to drink. So it's easy.
Yep. Great. Good. Is there anybody else that would like to volunteer anything they're doing or have planned on doing? Kara, go ahead.
This isn't anything that I'm really planning on doing, Tim, but I wanted to just bring this up to the group. Yesterday I had a showing and the listing agent happened to be there. And so whenever I walked in, he and I started to talk. And he said, gee, I'm done for the year. I'm laying down. And I thought, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Hopefully
because we're not.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's exactly what he said to me. And I thought, yep, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yep. Let's hope that more and more lay down and we just keep plowing it into the last 5 yards of that wall. And we're going to, by doing that at the last 5 yards, taking it into the end of the year, we're going to all start out with a great first quarter. And Dad, any final comments that you'd like to say?
A couple of things. One of them is on that last comment. All of our coaches used to tell us how people would lay down. And there are motivated buyers and sellers out there at this time of year. So it's an opportunity for those that aren't willing to lay down, for those that aren't willing to be the yard dog, as Bobby said. We're all in this for our own futures. And what I'd like to end my part of the conversation with, each one of you are our company's franchise players. You're the greatest thing that we have. And the opportunity for us to protect you and give back to you is the same as you're giving back to your clients. We want you to know that anything that you are interested in doing or any ideas that you may have, we will certainly support you on them. But just remember that without you as franchise players, this company doesn't work. So Tim and I appreciate everything you've done for us this year. Thanks.
And don't forget about next Thursday, the 16th. We're going to have our holiday feast / pig out, whatever you'd like to call it. And that's going to be next Thursday. Aaron, what kind of great food did we order? Did we get the chicken cordon bleu?
Of course, ask and you shall receive.
What else did we get?
Got some chicken marsala, chicken cordon bleu, and
then everybody brings a side dish.
Yeah, and so thanks to Kathy, she gave me this link for this Sign Up Genius, and Tim and Jean, you've already signed up, so no need to read that email, but everybody's signing up so you can see what everybody's bringing, so that way we don't have a lot of like duplicates and too much of the same thing. So you can log in whenever you want just to see what everybody's bringing, and it seems to be working very well. So thank you, Kathy, and thank you to everybody for signing up.
Right, and on January 7th is our kickoff the New Year party. We weren't able to have it last year. We're going to have it this year. We give out awards. We kick off the new year. We're going to have a great meal this year at the West Shore Country Club. Hopefully you all enjoy it. Brent and Aaron picked it this morning. So if it's not good, it's their fault, not mine. But we already said we were going to say that. But nope, it's going to be at the West Shore Country Club for the first time. So we're looking forward to that night too. And other than that, Brooks, anything else? Are we having any more of these meetings to the end of the year, or is this it?
I think this is going to be our last one until the beginning of the year. We'll start it off strong, and we'll continue to hold these again next year and have some great topics. In the meantime, if you guys think of anything that you want to, hear as a topic or explore more of, please, reach out to me, send it to me, and I'll get it in the schedule.
All right, buddy, everybody, let's take it into the last 5 yards of the wall and finish out this New Year strong. We'll see you.
Sure.
See you guys.